Rajan is 27 years old, software engineer at a tech firm in One North. Monthly income $5,000. He is sitting at his desk in a Woodlands HDB at 10:19 on a Sunday night, looking at a spreadsheet he made 3 weeks ago and has not touched since. The spreadsheet has one question at the top. If I invest $800 a month starting now, what do I have when I am 57? He has not filled in the answer. He keeps meaning to look it up. He keeps finding something else to do instead. $800, 16% of his gross salary. After CPF takes its 20%, it is about 20% of what actually lands in his bank account each month. It is real money. It is also the amount that disappears into meals, grab rides, and purchases he cannot fully account for at the end of the month. He is not irresponsible. He has just never seen the number that $800 becomes. Nobody showed him. This video is the number. Before the 3 time frames, one fact that changes how everything that follows lands. $800 a month invested consistently for 30 years at 7% annual returns becomes $972,000. His total contribution over 30 years, $288,000. The other $684,000 came from compounding, from money making money for 3 decades, without him doing anything beyond the first decision. 70% of the final balance was never money Rajan earned. It was built by a mathematical process that does not care about his income, his industry, his educational background, or what the market did in any single year. It only cares about one thing: when he started. That is the number he has never seen. He is about to. 10 years. Rajan is 27 now. In 10 years, he is 37. $800 a month into CSPX, the iShares Core S&P 500 UCI TS ETF, listed on the London Stock Exchange, Ireland-domiciled, 15% dividend withholding tax instead of the 30% that VOO and SPY charge, 0 US estate tax exposure, annual fee of 0.07%. At 7% annual returns over 10 years becomes $138,290. He contributed $96,000. The market built the other $42,290. $138,000 at 37. More than 2 years of his current gross salary. Sitting in an account, compounding forward, untouched. Now here is the number Rajan almost chose instead. $800 a month sitting in a standard DBS savings account at 0.05% over 10 years. $96,040. He contributed $96,000. The bank paid him $40 across a decade. Singapore's CPI inflation averaged 1.8% in the year to May 2026. That inflation quietly erased approximately $17,000 of that balance's purchasing power while it sat there doing nothing. The choice between those 2 outcomes is not a financial degree. It is a brokerage account and a standing instruction for $800 on the 1st of every month. Platform: IBKR, Saif Brokerage, or Moomoo. Minimum RSP on most platforms, $100. CSPX ticker on the London Stock Exchange. Setup time: 20 minutes on a Sunday afternoon, which Rajan has already spent opening this spreadsheet he has not finished. 20 years. Rajan does not exist at the 20-year mark in the way he does today. He is 47. He is a senior engineer or a team lead or something nobody predicted when he was 27 in Woodlands. His salary has moved, his life has changed. But the $800 kept going, automatic, every month. Through the market correction of 2028, through whatever 2031 brought, through the recovery that followed both, because the RSP did not ask him whether conditions felt right. It ran. $800 a month at 7% over 20 years. $416,400. He contributed $192,000. The market contributed $224,400. For the first time, the market's contribution is larger than his own. He has crossed the line where compounding is doing more work than he is. Every month from this point, the existing portfolio generates more return than a new month's contribution adds. This is what financial planners mean when they say money works for you, not as a metaphor, as arithmetic. Here is the version of this number that most Singaporeans never run. Mei Ling is 37 years old, marketing manager at a logistics firm in Toa Payoh. Monthly income $6,000. She has been meaning to start investing since she was 29. Something always came up. The BTO application, the renovation, the baby. A year where work was unstable and it felt wrong to lock money away. She starts today. $800 a month into CSPX at 7%. She reaches $416,000. But she reaches it at 57, not 47. She arrives at the same destination a decade later, with a decade less of compounding left before she needs the money. Here is the gap between Rajan and Mei Ling at the moment both of them turn 57. Rajan, 30 years, $972,000. Mei Ling, 20 years, $416,000. Same $800 a month, same 7%. Same discipline once they started. The difference? $556,000. Not from earning more, not from investing more, not from choosing a better fund, from starting 10 years earlier. $556,000 is the price of the decade Mei Ling spent meaning to start. Mei Ling's action is not complicated. She opens Safe Brokerage on her phone during her lunch break in Toa Payoh. She sets up a monthly RSP for $800 into CSPX, auto debit on the first of every month. She does not need to watch the market. She does not need to know what the Fed is doing. The instruction runs. The clock starts today. Higher still. Ahmad is 47 years old, project director at the construction firm in Tuas. Monthly income, $9,000. He found this video because his daughter, 23 years old, just started her first job 3 months into her first RSP, sent it to him and said she thought it was interesting. He watched it because she asked him to. He is now doing arithmetic he has never done before. Ahmad started a brokerage account at 39. He invested, but not consistently. Some months he put in $800. Some months he forgot. Some months something came up. The car, the kids' enrichment classes, a month where the portfolio dropped and it felt wrong to add more money into something falling. Over 8 years, his actual average was closer to $400 a month. He is 47 now. He is running the calculation for the first time. $400 a month from 39 to 65. 26 years at 7%. $342,000. $800 a month from 39 to 65. Same years, same return. $684,000. The difference is $342,000. Exactly double. Because the formula is directly proportional to the contribution amount. What Ahmad lost was not the market. The market across those 8 years returned close to what it always does over the long run. What he lost were the months he did not invest. The months the portfolio was down and he stopped. The months he meant to transfer and did not. He is 47. He has 18 years until 65. $800 a month from today at 7% for 18 years. $344,000. Not $972,000. He does not have 30 years. Nobody can give him 30 years. But $344,000, added to whatever CPF he has built, added to his flat equity, added to the 8 years of irregular contributions that are still worth something, changes the shape of what 65 looks like. He sets up the RSP the same evening, $800, first of every month, into CSPX via SIFE brokerage, because he does not want to manage currency conversion manually, and the platform fee is something he can absorb on this amount. Automatic. He does not decide each month whether conditions feel right. The decision was made once. The instruction runs for 18 years. His daughter set hers up 3 months ago. She is ahead of him on the same map. He finds that more motivating than humbling.
Now here is the part that changes the calculation for anyone earning above $48,000 a year. Farid is 51 years old, Senior Operations Manager. He earns $11,000 a month and has for 11 years. He started a monthly RSP into CSPX at 44, 7 years ago, $800 a month. He has not missed a single month. Here is what Farid has never done alongside it. The Retirement Sum Topping Up scheme allows Singapore citizens and peerees to contribute up to $8,000 per year, $667 a month, directly into the CPF Special Account. The SA earns 4% per annum, guaranteed by the Singapore government, floor rate extended to 31st December 2026. Every dollar contributed reduces chargeable income by $1. At Farid's marginal tax rate, $8,000 into his SA saves him $1,560 in income tax this year, before the 4% starts compounding. The tax saving arrives in January, when IRAS settles his assessment. $667 per month into the SA at 4% over 14 years. From 44 to 58, when Farid plans to retire, becomes $144,000. Plus $1,560 in tax saved each year for 14 years. That is $21,840 in tax that never left his account. Farid has been investing $800 a month into CSPX. He has never touched the SA top-up. He did not know the tax saving was that large. Every January for 11 years, he paid that $1,560 to IRAS when he could have paid it to himself. His action? CPF website. Log in. My CPF. Grow my CPF savings. Top up special account. Gyro. $667 per month. Set up this week. Before the December rush, when everyone remembers at the same time and the processing slows down. And then there is the SRS layer that sits above this. The Supplementary Retirement Scheme cap for Singapore citizens is $15,300 per year. At Farid's rate, contributing the full $15,300 saves him $2,984 in income tax immediately. The SRS funds sit with DBS, OCBC or UOB. If left in cash, as 19% of all SRS funds in Singapore were sitting as of December 2024, earning 0.05%, they lose real value to inflation every year. Invested into CSPX through an SRS-eligible brokerage, they compound at the same rate as the regular account. But the effective starting capital is higher because $2,984 that would have gone to IRAS is still in the account, compounding. From a tax form, filled in once, every December. Farid opens his SRS account with DBS on a Thursday afternoon. He contributes $15,300. He immediately buys CSPX units through the SRS brokerage interface. He will do this every December until he retires. 20 minutes every year. One more number before the spreadsheet closes. $972,000 in 30 years at 7% is a nominal figure. Singapore's CPI inflation is running at 1.8% year-on-year as of May 2026. MES projects 1.5 to 2.5% for the full year. At 2% annual inflation over 30 years, the real purchasing power of $972,000 is approximately $537,000 in today's money. 537,000, not 1 million.
The headline number is not the retirement number. But $537,000 in real terms, sitting outside CPF, outside the flat, in the liquid account that compounds freely, is more than twice the full retirement sum of $220,400. Combined with CPF Life paying $1,780 a month from 65, and whatever the flat eventually provides, the picture changes fundamentally from someone who depends entirely on CPF to someone who has options. Options are what the $800 buys. Not just the number, the options. It is now 10:53 on a Sunday night in Woodlands. Rajan has filled in the answer. $972,000. He types it into the cell. He stares at it. Then he opens Saif Brokerage. He creates an account. He sets up a monthly RSP into CSPX for $800, debiting on the first of every month. He does not feel like a different person. He does not feel like he has done something extraordinary. No money has moved tonight. The first transfer will happen on the first of next month. But the clock has started. He closes the laptop. He goes to bed. The spreadsheet has an answer now. $972,000. Not from a windfall. Not from a bonus. Not from a property that timed the market perfectly. Not from a salary most Singaporeans will never earn. From a standing instruction for $800 that runs on the first of every month for 30 years and does not stop when the market falls, does not pause when life gets complicated, and does not require a single decision beyond the first one. The money that builds a Singapore retirement is not the money from a single brilliant move. It is the money from a boring decision repeated without interruption for longer than feels dramatic. $800. One instruction. Start the clock. The question is not whether $800 a month can build something real in Singapore. It clearly can. The question is when you start.